Imagine this: you walk into a courtroom, expecting another routine day. The judge, known for her stern demeanor and strict rulings, is ready to deliver a fine to a woman standing calmly before her. The room is filled with anticipation, everyone expecting a quick judgment. But then, something extraordinary happens. As the judge prepares to impose the fine, she learns a shocking truth: the woman she's about to penalize is actually her boss. This revelation not only stuns the courtroom but also turns the entire case on its head. Judge Emily Matthews, a woman in her late 50s who commands respect much like Judge Judy, takes her seat at the bench. Her reputation for being tough but fair precedes her, and she is known for her sharp intellect and unwavering commitment to the law. The courtroom is filled with its usual hustle and bustle as lawyers, clerks, and spectators take their places, eager for the day's proceedings to begin. Among the cases on the docket is one involving Sarah Johnson, a black woman in her early 50s. Sarah stands out not just because of her poised demeanor, but because of the calm confidence she exudes. As the bailiff calls the case, Judge Matthews glances at the file in front of her. Sarah is charged with a minor traffic violation that escalated into a heated confrontation with law enforcement. On the surface, it appears to be a routine case, something Judge Matthews can handle swiftly. However, as she looks up and her eyes meet Sarah's, she feels a strange sense of familiarity. Sarah stands tall, her posture straight, and her expression serene. She meets the judge's gaze without flinching. She knows the significance of this moment, not just for herself but for the broader implications it holds about justice and bias. Judge Matthews begins to speak, trying to shake off the feeling that there's more to this case than meets the eye. Sarah Johnson, you are charged with reckless driving and resisting arrest. How do you plead? Judge Matthews asks, her voice carrying the weight of authority. Not guilty, Your Honor, Sarah replies, her voice steady and composed. Judge Matthews nods and reviews the details in the file. According to the report, Sarah was pulled over for a minor traffic violation. What should have been a simple citation quickly escalated when Sarah questioned the officer's conduct. The situation intensified, leading to her arrest for resisting law enforcement. As the judge reads through the report, her curiosity about Sarah grows. There's something about her that feels familiar, a nagging sense that she knows this woman from somewhere important. Unable to place the feeling, Judge Matthews decides to delve deeper. Miss Johnson, she begins, can you please provide the court with some context about your professional background? Sarah nods. Certainly, Your Honor. I am the Chief Operations Officer at Metropolitan Legal Services, overseeing the strategic and operational functions of the company. The courtroom buzzes with whispers. The revelation that Sarah is a high-ranking executive piques everyone's interest, especially Judge Matthews. Her curiosity deepens, and she decides to ask more probing questions, hoping to uncover the source of the familiarity. And what is your role in the company, Miss Johnson? Judge Matthews inquires, her gaze fixed on the defendant. Sarah takes a deep breath before answering. I am responsible for implementing policies, managing day-to-day operations, and ensuring that our legal services meet the highest standards of quality and efficiency. A collective gasp fills the courtroom. The weight of her words hangs in the air, leaving everyone, including Judge Matthews, momentarily speechless. The judge feels a rush of emotions: surprise, disbelief, and a hint of recognition. The memories flood back: board meetings, strategic planning sessions, and a prominent figure in the field of law who had always commanded respect. The realization is overwhelming. Judge Matthews, known for her impartiality and adherence to the law, now finds herself face-to-face with a colleague who has significant authority in the legal industry. It's a moment that forces her to confront her own biases and assumptions, to consider the deeper implications of her role as a judge. She takes a deep breath, steadies herself, and addresses the courtroom. I must disclose that I have a personal history with Sarah Johnson. She is a respected colleague in the legal field. However, I will remain impartial and judge this case based on the facts presented. Sarah acknowledges the judge's words with a nod. The courtroom falls silent, the weight of the moment palpable. Judge Matthews knows she must proceed with the utmost care, balancing her respect for Sarah with her duty to uphold the law. Miss Johnson, she continues, please explain the events that led to the charges against you. Sarah begins to recount the incident, her voice steady and composed. She explains that she was driving home after a long day at the office when she was pulled over for a minor traffic violation. She questioned the officer's conduct, believing that she was being unfairly targeted. The situation escalated, and she was arrested for what the officer perceived as resisting arrest. As she speaks, Judge Matthews listens intently, Considering the broader context of Sarah's actions, she knows that issues of bias and prejudice are deeply ingrained in the legal system. Sarah's dedication to her role and commitment to fairness is evident, and the judge begins to see the situation in a new light. Stay with us as we unravel this incredible story of authority, hierarchy, and unexpected twists. How will the judge react when she realizes the true identity of the woman standing before her? What implications will this revelation have on the case and the broader judicial system? This narrative is packed with surprises and moments that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Get ready to delve into a tale that challenges your perceptions and leaves you questioning the dynamics of power and authority in the justice system. In the heart of the bustling city, the courthouse stands as a symbol of justice and order. Every day, it sees a myriad of cases, from minor infractions to major legal battles. But today, something extraordinary is about to unfold in courtroom number 7. Judge Matthews takes a moment to gather her thoughts before addressing the courtroom. Thank you, Ms. Johnson, for your detailed account. It is clear that your actions were driven by a commitment to ensuring fairness and justice. I will now deliberate on the evidence presented and make a determination. The courtroom holds its breath, waiting for the judge's decision. Judge Matthews knows that her judgment must reflect not only the letter of the law but the spirit of justice. She contemplates the lessons she has learned from colleagues like Sarah, the values they share, and the importance of recognizing the humanity in every case. Finally, she speaks. In light of the evidence and the context provided, it is evident that Ms. Johnson's actions were motivated by a desire to ensure fairness and justice. While the situation led to a misunderstanding, it is important to acknowledge her noble intentions. She pauses, allowing her words to resonate. Therefore, I dismiss the charges against Sarah Johnson. Her contributions to the legal community and her dedication to justice are commendable. A wave of relief washes over the courtroom. Sarah nods in gratitude, her calm demeanor unwavering. Judge Matthews feels a sense of closure and clarity, knowing that this case has been a significant learning experience for her as well. As the courtroom begins to disperse, Judge Matthews reflects on the day's events. She realizes that justice is not just about the strict application of the law, but about understanding the broader context and recognizing the humanity in each case. It's a lesson she will carry with her, a reminder of the importance of fairness, humility, and the ongoing journey toward a more just society. After the courtroom session ended, Judge Emily Matthews returned to her chambers, her mind swirling with thoughts. The revelation that Sarah Johnson was not just any defendant but her boss at Metropolitan Legal Services was a shock. The encounter made Emily question her own biases and assumptions. She realized she had been put to the test, not just as a judge, but as a person. In the days following the case, Emily couldn't stop thinking about Sarah. The memory of countless board meetings and strategic sessions they had attended together came flooding back. Sarah was always poised, authoritative, and committed to fairness. She had been a role model for Emily, teaching her the importance of integrity and justice in the legal profession. One afternoon, Emily felt compelled to reach out to Sarah. She wanted to express her gratitude and discuss the events in the courtroom. She decided to write a heartfelt letter, carefully choosing her words. Dear Sarah, I hope this letter finds you well. I wanted to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude for the impact you have had on my life and career. The recent courtroom encounter brought back many memories of our time working together at Metropolitan Legal Services. Your guidance and leadership have been invaluable to me. Your teachings have guided me throughout my career, instilling in me a commitment to justice, fairness, and integrity. The lessons learned from you have shaped my understanding of the law and the importance of challenging our own biases. The case we recently addressed together was a powerful reminder of the complexities and nuances of justice. It was an honor to preside over your case, and I appreciate the opportunity to witness firsthand the dedication and passion you bring to your work. Thank you for everything you have taught me. Your influence continues to inspire and guide me in my role as a judge. With deepest gratitude, Emily. Emily sealed the letter and sent it to Sarah, hoping she would receive it with the same warmth and appreciation with which it was written. Meanwhile, Sarah was also reflecting on the recent events. She had always believed in the power of education and the importance of challenging preconceived notions. Her encounter with Emily was a poignant reminder of the impact she could have on her colleagues' lives, even in unexpected situations. A few days later, Sarah received Emily's letter. She read it with a smile, deeply moved by Emily's words. It was a reaffirmation of her life's work and a reminder of the profound connections that could be formed through mentorship and leadership. Sarah decided to respond to Emily's letter, expressing her appreciation and sharing her own reflections. Dear Emily, thank you for your kind and heartfelt letter. It was a pleasure to read your reflections and to know that my guidance has had a lasting impact on your life and career. I have always believed in the power of mentorship to shape not only minds but also hearts, and your words are a testament to that belief. The recent events in the courtroom were indeed a powerful reminder of the complexities of justice. It was an honor to witness your dedication to fairness and integrity as you presided over the case. Your ability to balance personal history with professional duty is commendable, and it reinforces my faith in the values we discussed in our board meetings. Thank you for sharing your gratitude and reflections with me. It means a great deal to know that I have played a role in your journey as a judge. With warm regards, Sarah. The exchange of letters brought a sense of closure and mutual appreciation for both Emily and Sarah. They realized that their lives and careers were interconnected in ways they had not fully appreciated before. It was a reminder of the enduring power of mentorship and the importance of continuously striving for justice and fairness. As the weeks passed, Emily continued to reflect on the broader implications of her encounter with Sarah. She began to think more deeply about the systemic issues within the legal system and the ways in which biases and prejudices could influence judicial decisions. She knew that as a judge, she had a responsibility to not only uphold the law but also to challenge and address these systemic issues. Emily decided to take action. She reached out to her colleagues and proposed a series of discussions and workshops focused on addressing bias and promoting fairness within the judiciary. She believed that by fostering open conversations and providing educational resources, they could create a more just and equitable legal system. The response from her colleagues was overwhelmingly positive. Many judges and legal professionals shared their own experiences and reflections on the importance of addressing biases within the legal system. The workshops became a regular part of their professional development, providing a space for honest and meaningful dialogue. Emily also took steps to incorporate these lessons into her own courtroom. She became more mindful of her own biases and made a conscious effort to approach each case with a renewed sense of fairness and integrity. She also sought to empower defendants and plaintiffs to share their stories and provide context, ensuring that their voices were heard and considered in her judgments. The impact of these efforts was significant. The legal community began to see a shift in the way cases were handled, with a greater emphasis on fairness and understanding. Emily's leadership and commitment to justice inspired many of her colleagues to follow suit, creating a ripple effect that extended beyond her own courtroom. For Sarah, the experience also reinforced her belief in the importance of mentorship and advocacy. She continued her work with a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that her efforts to guide and empower her colleagues were making a difference. She also expanded her community outreach initiatives, working to bridge the gap between the legal system and underrepresented communities. The relationship between Emily and Sarah remained strong. They continued to exchange letters and occasionally met for coffee to discuss their work and share their reflections. Their conversations were filled with mutual respect and admiration, a testament to the enduring power of mentorship and the impact of a dedicated leader. One day, as they sat together in a quaint coffee shop, Sarah shared a story about a recent community outreach event. She described the challenges faced by the individuals she worked with and the progress they had made in understanding their legal rights. Emily listened intently, offering her own insights and support. Their conversation turned to the broader issues within the legal system, and they discussed ways to continue advocating for change. Emily shared her vision for a more just and equitable legal system, and Sarah offered her perspective on the importance of education and community engagement. As they parted ways that afternoon, both felt a sense of renewed determination. They knew that their work was far from over, but they also knew that together, they could make a meaningful impact. Their journey was a reminder that justice is not just a destination, but an ongoing process of learning, reflection, and action. As the realization of what had transpired in the courtroom began to settle, Judge Emily Matthews knew she had to take significant steps to address the biases she had recognized in herself and within the judicial system. The encounter with Sarah Johnson had served as a powerful reminder of the importance of fairness and justice, not just in theory, but in practice. Emily started by organizing a series of workshops aimed at addressing implicit bias within the judiciary. She reached out to her colleagues, inviting them to join these sessions. The goal was to create an open and honest dialogue about the biases that each of them held and how those biases could affect their judgments. The response was overwhelmingly positive, with many judges expressing a desire to participate and learn. During these workshops, Emily facilitated discussions on a variety of topics, including the psychological underpinnings of bias, the ways in which biases manifest in courtroom decisions, and strategies for mitigating these biases. She shared her own experiences and encouraged her colleagues to do the same, creating a safe space for candid conversations. The sessions were enlightening and productive, and Emily felt a renewed sense of purpose. Meanwhile, Sarah continued her efforts to bridge the gap between the legal system and underrepresented communities. She expanded her outreach initiatives, focusing on providing legal education and support to those who often felt marginalized by the system. Sarah believed that by empowering individuals with knowledge, they could better navigate the legal landscape and advocate for their rights. One particular initiative Sarah spearheaded was a community legal clinic, where individuals could receive free legal advice and assistance. The clinic quickly became a vital resource for many, offering guidance on a wide range of issues, from landlord-tenant disputes to navigating the complexities of family law. The impact was profound, and Sarah was deeply moved by the gratitude expressed by those who benefited from the clinic's services. Emily, inspired by Sarah's dedication, decided to get involved in the community legal clinic as well. She began volunteering her time, offering her expertise to those who sought assistance. The experience was both humbling and rewarding, providing Emily with a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by individuals who often lacked access to legal representation. Through her involvement in the clinic, Emily met countless individuals with compelling stories. One such individual was Maria, a single mother facing eviction due to a landlord's negligence. Maria had been struggling to make ends meet, and the threat of losing her home was overwhelming. Emily, moved by Maria's plight, worked tirelessly to ensure she received the legal support she needed. The case was ultimately resolved in Maria's favor, and she was able to stay in her home. The gratitude in Maria's eyes was a powerful reminder to Emily of why she had pursued a career in law in the first place. As Emily and Sarah continued their respective efforts, their friendship grew stronger. They frequently met to discuss their work, share insights, and offer each other support. Their conversations were filled with mutual respect and admiration, and they often found themselves brainstorming new ways to promote justice and equity. During one of their meetings, Emily shared an idea she had been contemplating for some time. She proposed the creation of a mentorship program for young legal professionals, particularly those from underrepresented backgrounds. The program would pair experienced judges and lawyers with aspiring professionals, offering guidance, support, and opportunities for growth. Sarah was immediately on board. She saw the potential of the program to create lasting change within the legal profession. Together, they began to lay the groundwork for the mentorship initiative, reaching out to colleagues and legal organizations to garner support. The response was enthusiastic, with many experienced professionals eager to participate. The mentorship program, once launched, quickly gained momentum. Aspiring legal professionals were paired with mentors who provided them with invaluable insights into the legal field. The program not only helped young professionals navigate their careers but also fostered a sense of community and support within the legal profession. Emily and Sarah were thrilled to see the program's success. They received numerous messages from men expressing their gratitude and sharing how the mentorship had positively impacted their lives. It was a testament to the power of guidance and support, and it reinforced their commitment to making a difference. In addition to the mentorship program, Emily and Sarah continued to advocate for systemic changes within the legal system. They worked together to draft policy recommendations aimed at addressing the root causes of bias and promoting fairness. Their proposals included comprehensive bias training for all legal professionals, increased transparency in judicial decision-making, and measures to ensure equitable access to legal resources. Their advocacy efforts began to gain traction, with several legal organizations and policymakers expressing interest in their recommendations. Emily and Sarah were invited to speak at conferences and forums, where they shared their insights and experiences. Their voices were heard, and their message resonated with many in the legal community. One evening, as they reflected on their journey over dinner, Emily turned to Sarah and said, "I can't believe how far we've come, the impact we've made. It's incredible." Sarah smiled, nodding in agreement. "It's been a remarkable journey, but we still have a lot of work to do. Justice is an ongoing process, and we have to keep pushing for change." Emily raised her glass in a toast to justice, fairness, and the power of mentorship. Sarah clinked her glass with Emily's, and to the enduring impact of friendship and collaboration. Their glasses clinked, and they took a moment to savor the significance of their journey. They knew that the road ahead would be challenging, but they were committed to continuing their efforts. Together, they were making a difference, promoting justice, and inspiring others to join the cause. Their story serves as a powerful reminder that true justice is not just about the law but about understanding, compassion, and the continuous pursuit of a more equitable society. It's a journey that requires dedication, collaboration, and a commitment to challenging our own assumptions and biases. In Sarah's words, justice is not a static concept, it's an evolving practice that requires us to constantly reflect, learn, and grow. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and striving for a world where everyone is treated with fairness and respect. Emily echoed her sentiments. As judges, educators, and advocates, we have a responsibility to uphold the principles of justice and to challenge the systemic issues that hinder it. Our work is never done, but together, we can make a difference. Their partnership was a testament to the transformative power of mentorship and the importance of continuous advocacy for justice. It was a journey that inspired others and contributed to a more just and equitable society, and it was a reminder that, in the pursuit of justice, every effort counts, and every step forward is a step towards a better world. Months passed since the dramatic courtroom encounter between Judge Emily Matthews and Sarah Johnson. The experience had left a lasting impact on both of them, prompting deep reflection and a renewed commitment to justice and education. Judge Matthews continued her efforts to address biases within the legal system. The discussions and workshops she initiated with her colleagues had gained momentum, becoming a significant part of their professional development. The legal community was gradually shifting towards a more inclusive and fair approach to justice, influenced by the open dialogues and shared experiences. Judge Matthews also implemented changes within her own courtroom. She introduced new procedures to ensure that every defendant's voice was heard and their stories considered. She encouraged defendants to provide context and background, allowing for a more comprehensive understanding of each case. This approach not only promoted fairness but also humanized the judicial process. Sarah, on the other hand, expanded her community outreach programs. She collaborated with local organizations to provide legal education and support to underrepresented communities. Her efforts aimed to bridge the gap between the legal system and those who often felt marginalized and disconnected from it. One particular initiative that Sarah spearheaded was a series of workshops designed to educate young people about their legal rights and responsibilities. She believed that empowering the next generation with knowledge was crucial for fostering a more just and equitable society. The workshops covered a range of topics, from understanding the legal system to knowing one's rights during interactions with law enforcement. Judge Matthews, impressed by Sarah's initiative, decided to get involved. She offered to speak at one of the workshops, sharing her insights and experiences from the bench. The collaboration between a sitting judge and a Supreme Court justice created a powerful dynamic, highlighting the importance of education and the practical application of justice. The workshop was held at a local community center, attended by a diverse group of young people eager to learn. Sarah started the session with a compelling introduction, emphasizing the importance of understanding one's rights and the impact of the legal system on everyday life. She spoke passionately about her own experiences and the lessons she hoped to impart. Judge Matthews followed, sharing her journey from law school to the bench. She recounted the challenges she faced, the lessons she learned from mentors like Sarah, and the importance of striving for fairness in every decision. Her words resonated deeply with the audience, providing a unique perspective on the role of the judiciary. The workshop was interactive, with participants asking questions and engaging in discussions. Judge Matthews and Sarah provided thoughtful answers, encouraging critical thinking and fostering a sense of empowerment. The young attendees left the workshop with a newfound understanding of their rights and the confidence to navigate the legal system. As the workshop concluded, Judge Matthews and Sarah took a moment to reflect on the impact of their work. They knew that education and outreach were essential components of promoting justice and equality. Their collaboration demonstrated the power of combining academic knowledge with practical experience to create meaningful change. In the months that followed, Judge Matthews and Sarah continued to work together on various initiatives. They organized more workshops, engaged with community leaders, and advocated for policy changes to address systemic biases within the legal system. Their efforts were making a tangible difference, inspiring others to join the cause and work towards a more just society. One day, as they were preparing for another workshop, Sarah received a message from a former student. The student, now a practicing lawyer, shared how Sarah's teachings had inspired them to pursue a career in law and advocate for marginalized communities. The message was a heartfelt expression of gratitude, acknowledging the profound impact Sarah had on their life and career. Sarah shared the message with Judge Matthews, and they both felt a deep sense of fulfillment. It was a reminder of the ripple effect of their work, the lasting impact of education, and the importance of mentorship. They knew that every effort they made, every workshop they conducted, and every policy they advocated for was contributing to a broader movement towards justice and equality. As they continued their work, Judge Matthews and Sarah often reflected on their journey. They were united by a shared commitment to justice and a deep respect for each other's contributions. Their collaboration was a testament to the enduring power of education and the importance of challenging biases within the legal system. One evening, after a particularly successful workshop, They sat down for dinner to unwind and reflect on their achievements. Over a meal, they discussed the progress they had made and the challenges that lay ahead. The conversation was filled with optimism and a shared sense of purpose. Judge Matthews raised a toast to justice, fairness, and the power of education, and to the incredible journey we've shared. Sarah smiled, raising her glass, to making a difference, one step at a time, and to the enduring impact of mentorship and collaboration. Their glasses clinked, and they took a moment to appreciate the significance of their work. They knew that the road ahead would be challenging, but they were committed to continuing their efforts. Together, they were making a difference, promoting justice, and inspiring others to join the cause. As they parted ways that evening, both felt a renewed sense of determination. They knew that their work was far from over, but they also knew that they had the power to create meaningful change. Their journey was a reminder that justice is not just a destination, but an ongoing process of learning, reflection, and action. In the end, the encounter between Judge Matthews and Sarah was more than just a dramatic courtroom moment. It was a catalyst for personal growth, professional collaboration, and a deeper understanding of justice. It reinforced the importance of education, the need to address biases, and the power of mentorship. Judge Matthews and Sarah continued their work, inspired by the lessons they had learned and the impact they were making. They knew that justice was a journey, and they were committed to walking that path together, striving for fairness and equality every step of the way. Their story serves as a powerful reminder that true justice is not just about the law, but about understanding, compassion, and the continuous pursuit of a more equitable society. It's a journey that requires dedication, collaboration, and a commitment to challenging our own assumptions and biases. In Sarah's words, justice is not a static concept, it's an evolving practice that requires us to constantly reflect, learn, and grow. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and striving for a world where everyone is treated with fairness and respect. Judge Emily Matthews echoed her sentiments. As judges, educators, and advocates, we have a responsibility to uphold the principles of justice and to challenge the systemic issues that hinder it. Our work is never done, but together, we can make a difference. Their partnership was a testament to the transformative power of education and the importance of continuous advocacy for justice. It was a journey that inspired others and contributed to a more just and equitable society, and it was a reminder that, in the pursuit of justice, every effort counts, and every step forward is a step towards a better world.